Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Do we have Philip? Let's see. I think we're waiting for Philip. Let me check where he's at. Okay, it looks like we got people coming into the waiting room. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting everything set up for this AMA. So thanks for joining us this fine Saturday of March 27th. Coming up on April. Let's see. Who do we got coming in? Let me in as a trainer. Okay, so I'm just trying to get things set up here. Philip was unexpectedly delayed, so hold tight for us, folks. We'll be right there. Okay, well, I'm just going to do the best I can. Guys, sorry about the delay here. We're waiting for Philip to join us, and he was unexpectedly delayed. So I don't know if he can join, but if not, I'll do the best I can. I haven't actually run the entire show before, and I am learning all the features of our Showtime broadcast here. And AC was saying, "Hey, let me in. I'm in the room," and I was trying to figure that out. So I'll do the best I can, guys. Welcome to the Community AMA 2021, going into March. Let me hit the next slide and see what we have. We have the project status, the project marketing, and the chat with the cat. So if I can figure out how to let the cat into the room, then we'll chat with the cat. Some more unexpected delays or issues were that the cat's laptop went out. So I don't know if he got that fixed or what. But let's see here. See if I can click on settings. No. So it's a little bit dry without without some two-way conversation here for an AMA, but I'll just go on about it. And I don't know if I can share my screen here. Let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can actually share our screen. So, yesterday we had some major updates into the platform. I was doing a little bit of testing, so basically put in a YouTube link. So it looks pretty good, guys. I'm excited about the platform and how it's coming together. I think the development team is doing a tremendous job. So I'm super excited to kind of share that the features that are here. I haven't tested everything yet. Yesterday was a crazy day. We've obviously all been super busy as a team, just doing tons of things to get ready for an official launch of this application. And I know that the team was working on the mobile release, and there were some challenges with I don't know what it's called, Fast Lane, which is some type of automation system that we use for mobile deployments. But it looks pretty good, as far as like getting the videos in here in stream. Of course, we are working on the native video, and I was talking to our lead developer yesterday, and it was exciting to hear about the fact that our our video features and native video with filters and everything that are coming are going to be into the platform at the end of next month. So it's the next sprint. But they were saying that it includes some other features that I didn't expect, like video calling and things like that. So it's kind of nice to be able to have all of these features integrated in this super app here. But yeah, things are looking pretty good. We're excited. I haven't tested. There's like a new user registration flow of this, which was one of the things that was one of the major updates. I believe our actual, like, I'm on the news feed right now, but I believe our profiles are here now. So you can actually see, what's on our own profile wall. And then if you go into the settings were all kind of set up. So you could go in here and start tweaking with all of the settings. And that was all pretty much set up. I know it was our intention to have the control of the voting bar here too, and at the post level. So I'm going to have to check with the team about that. But all in all, guys, it's super clean. It's super fast, as you can see. I mean, I can scroll the timeline, and we're just getting tons of great feedback about the speed and the and the, kind of the user interface and the feel of the site. So yeah, Aaron, if you know how I can let you into the show, let me know. Message me. I can let you in, but I don't know how, if I need to make you a co-trainer. Let me do that. Let me see if I can make you a co-trainer here. Bear with me. Oh, you're already a co-trainer, Aaron. You're already a co-trainer. So can you log in? Yeah, try to log in. Come on in, man. Let's talk. Anyway, the project and the status. Let me see if we have this video queued up for a major announcement. Bear with me. AC, can you get in? Let's come on in, man. Beta status. Why a new beta? What's coming in the beta? Philip, where are you? Philip had all this stuff lined up, and I think we need to at least share the system outline with each other, so that if one of us can't make it, I can get in here and tell you. But I can tell you guys that the features that we were talking about in beta for yesterday. So let's see here. Logging for the app, and obviously why the new beta. Our previous beta, we successfully had a nice proving out of about 35,000 of you that were using the application. And it was a very nice app. We had to stabilize it because we had previous developers that didn't code the conventions exactly the way that they should have. So basically, to change certain things within the app, you would have to change like so many different places in the code, and it really wasn't ideal, and it wasn't as scalable as actually what we expected. So we really kind of got the wool pulled over our eyes in terms of our previous beta app, and so we made a decision to rebuild from scratch everything on a super light and fast code base called React Native. And we did that, and now this is the result that you see of our new beta. And it's, now we can actually layer in features and give you all, the features that you want, and make it super easy for us to actually work with the code. We did like a rating. We used a software to actually analyze our code, and it gets an A+. Christopher AC has his hand raised and wants in. So let's see. Where are you, AC? I raised my hand. Let me in. Okay. Let's see. So how do I let you in, AC? Let's see. Let me look to people. Approve. Okay, I got it. I'm getting there. I approved you. Where are you?
Are we good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there he is.
All right.
Who else should we let in here? Let's bring some other people in to talk about the status. Who wants to come in? Raise your hand.
Well, do you have the big partnership video queued?
I don't, but I can. Let me see if I can get that queued up. Okay. So should we announce that now, or should we wait? Should we go continue on the beta status?
We should wait till the end. Yeah, we should wait till the end. I was just asking if you had it ready.
Okay. Yeah, we have it. Let's see. Should we get? We could let Nick. Where's Nick? Nick could come in if he wants. Anyway, I'm glad I could get you in. I could figure out how to let you in, man. And I don't know where Philip is, but I think he just, I know that yesterday he had some things come up, and then today it probably carried over. So I hope he's doing good, and I'm sure he'll update us as soon as he can.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can just go to the next slide there, Chris. Beta status.
I was kind of going through the whole beta thing and why the new beta and what's coming in the beta, and the actual features that you guys can look out for really quickly before let's see what's on the next slide here. Let me stay on this slide real quick. I know that they said that they had logging. I think logging is probably more of a support thing on our app for the developers, so that they can really quickly find bugs and squash bugs and things like that.
Yeah.
But YouTube support. So obviously you saw that I had a YouTube video in there. I tested that. Comments on the posts, your profile. So now you can go into your profile, image previews. So when you're clicking on the images to preview, it'll have a pop out.
So, Chris, what was all in that update that we just pushed to the
That's
site?
exactly what I'm going through the list right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just reading off the list.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you were reading it off. Okay.
I started out with logging, which is more of a kind of a developer thing. YouTube support, which you just saw. You all just saw that. Comments, profile. So your profile set up when you click on your profile and you start to kind of tweak with it and do the settings. Image previews, post reporting. So when you want to report a post, that was pushed in the latest release. And asynchronous notification. So now the notification system is you're gonna notice that gets a lot better. The mobile was having some type of issue with the release, and it was because of something that we use for automation, I think called Fastlane. And I know our support team is working with both Apple and Google to get that released. So that's not quite ready, but it will. You'll see the new mobile apps, and then we're going to start letting people into the testing of the mobile apps as well. And then the next release is on Wednesday, April 30th. So that will be the next set of features. And I believe that the next release will have groups, companies, where you'll see all of the features and the improvements in the groups that you've always wanted with all it's going to be super clean, full feed with profiles, text-based chat. So they have text-based chat, and then there's I don't know if they're going to get the video in on this round, but there's going to be a release with video calling, and then you'll have also the filters and the audio filters and just different video clips, native video that you can upload and do the filters and things with that. So video calling, text chat, and the short video clips. And I believe they were going to try to get that into the next sprint in April. So I would love to see that with the groups, companies, profile, feed, text chat. We also have on the back end an administrative dashboard that we have a team working on that's basically helping us have everything integrated into an admin area, a compliance area, so that we can manage it properly. I believe there's also an artificial intelligence kind of integration and that will help us with managing the actual site and making sure that if somebody uploaded, for example, a porn video, the AI would recognize it and prevent it from being uploaded in the first place. Obviously, if something like that sneaks through and then somebody reports it, then we can take action. But the idea is that we would prevent something like that anything that violates the terms of service to come into the network initially. So I think that is something that is probably on the next sprint afterwards. So that's it. I think you guys who are in the actual beta at beta.somee.social, that's the existing beta. Let us know your thoughts. Give us your feedback. I'm just going to the chat here. Okay, cool. Okay, let me close that. So slide 4. Visit us, waitlist.somee.social. Yeah, obviously we're letting in the top 20 get in every single day. How's that been working, Aaron? Have you got any feedback on the waitlist?
Some people have been having problems. Other people, they don't realize that they're in the beta, so then they try to say that they're not, and then they realize they have to go to beta.somee.social to log in.
Okay.
So it's a little confusing, and honestly, if it wasn't like about to be closed and about to go into open beta anyway, really it
Yeah,
it
I
would have to be
mean,
fixed.
we're
But
gonna open this up in like just the next week or so. We're just gonna open
right,
it up for everybody. So we appreciate everybody, and we obviously wanted to build some excitement through this wait list, and we made it kind of, I think the idea was cool, but it was just wasn't um, as clean of an implementation. We used I don't even need to mention the company that we used, but the company they actually used was super helpful, and their developers were like doing custom things for us like on their weekends. So like we really appreciate them and really appreciate the integration and how this, I think probably in the future we could refine this a little bit more if we did something like this again, where we were going to have a wait list, but probably won't. So we'll
yeah,
clean
I
it up.
I would advise against that. Like
Yeah,
once this is live, I mean, we should be able to push updates easily without downtime too. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's the new beta. Obviously, as AC mentioned, beta.somee.social. And it's a faster React Native application. So we chose that code base. As a matter of fact, I think Facebook probably had a hand in creating React Native because they needed a code base that was light enough and fast enough. So I believe they might have had a hand in it. I don't know, but I just know that it's a really fast and super light, super
as
clean.
far as I know, React Native has been around for years. It's less used, but it's better for cross-platform applications. So
Right, right. And that's what the obviously gives us the capability for cross-platform, cross-device. It's fully responsive. So, even if you're using, on your mobile web, it's going to be very responsive. And for compliant reasons, I know it makes us like ADA compliant. That was one of the things that we wanted to be compliant for, the ADA and different types of usage compliance, and make sure that it was all cross-platform and responsive. So that makes it really nice for the app, easier to use, obviously, and with or without the mobile apps. But the mobile apps are I'm super excited about, once you all get to use that, and once we can actually get in and use our apps as well. I haven't used them yet, honestly, but I'm excited to jump in because it's going to be super cool with some of the features that we've integrated, and also some of the viral features that we think that is going to really make the engagement just go through the roof on the apps.
yeah, and that's some of the stuff that we're not going to discuss until it's actually live,
Yeah.
because there's other projects out there that are actively copying us.
Yeah, we probably won't want to discuss it so much. But here's a comparison. I think was the idea that of the old kind of profile look, and then the new kind of the new UI UX. Super clean, super nice, little icons. I think we've had some comments like on the text to make the text, and also the like when you're upvoting or liking, to make it really more succinct, or more of a um, that you actually made the action. So there's probably some tweaks that they're making on it, but overall it's being really well received, and people are loving the.
There is the issue of the pictures and gifs and all that need to be one size. Like if you go back to slide, Chris, so I could just outline this real quick. So you see how that picture at the bottom that Bijo posted.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
huge. Like you can see the
right,
bigger window, and then this one up above
and
it,
then the
smaller
GIF. Yeah,
diff. Yeah,
right.
I don't know if they already may have adjusted that. Let's see here. It looks like they haven't, but we did talk to the team about it, and they're getting something together to actually make it so that that adjustment's been made. So yeah, we're on, the team is on it, and they're just going to make it all kind of look like that one size, so everything will be sized properly inside of the feed to make it look clean and nice. But then when you do a pop out, then it'll actually show you the actual size. So if there's different sizes of either images or video, obviously for video you can go full screen, but for images, really, you'll be able to see that once you actually expand it.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the new developer blog is at devs.somee.social. I think there's a typo there. Philip put some devs.some.social, but it's actually SoMee. So 2 E's. And that is the new developer blog. So we used to have it on a different, I think we were using a different application to host all the updates. And so you'll see new posts from developers as often as they can to kind of update the site. And also, obviously, a better layout for this developer blog. We have new team information, probably needs to be updated again. We officially had Jamie Gold come on board. Obviously, he's been part of the project for a while, but it was kind of more official this last week. So we're super excited about Jamie because he's just a super connector out there. Obviously, won the World Series of Poker years and years ago, but his background is just super impressive because even before that, he was managing, some of the top celebrities in Hollywood for years and years, and was an agent manager, talent manager. So, he's just a gifted individual. And his actual story is that he started studying poker back in the day when I think it was at the height of the World Series of Poker, when it was really getting a lot of popularity. And I think he did a deal with Johnny Chan or somebody that kind of coached him, but then he just played like that 1 year and won the whole thing. It was the largest WSOP payout in World Series history. And then he ended up going from there into like philanthropy and charities, and working with, a lot of different celebrities, Michael J. Fox and others, and Richard Branson, and brands started contacting him. So he's got this really interesting story, and we've just been in contact for a while, and he's a really great guy, and so we're really glad that he could join us. We have another gentleman that's going to be joining from the brand side, and he's in the ad space. We're waiting for that deal to be inked, so probably this week we expect that to be locked in. So I won't mention him yet, but he's done ad campaigns for some of the world's most iconic brands, and
legendary.
Yeah, he's a legend out there. So super excited to have him come aboard, and he's going to be creating multiple campaigns for SoMee, and also connecting us with brands, and so we're really excited about that. So some great things happening there as far as from the developments from the team. Obviously, we have a partnership to announce towards the end here, a big partnership. What else, AC, that we want to?
I talked to Vince, so I guess I can kind of reveal this. He already said it was okayed.
Okay.
SoMee is going to be having a broadcast once a week on TV, on Newsmax, and
Wow. News to me.
Really?
No, he mentioned something. So yeah, that's exciting. We're going to be and Vince is with Exploring the Block, and so we're going to be able to have broadcast for SoMee once a week, and get for more visibility and more TV time. Obviously, the segments that we've done on the NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange. Those have been broadcasting on Bloomberg, Fox Business. As a matter of fact, I had somebody reach out to me in Washington and said, "Hey, I just saw your spot on Bloomberg, and would you talk to me?" And they wanted to talk about where we're at as a company and things. So that was cool that to know that that's getting out there. But this will be even more exposure because Vince and his media company have been doing a lot of deals with in this case it's Newsmax, and I think they have a pretty big following. So that'll get us a lot of exposure. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're very excited about that. And what other updates do we have before we do the big reveal here?
I've talked to a few different crypto YouTubers.
Okay.
That we're going to be bringing on after kind of after all the other influencers and celebrities and all that comes on board, because they're still they still don't believe that we have all these connections, which I mean, I get it. Like there's like in cryptocurrency, there's tons of scams and everything, and we had like a bad startup. But there's a lot of power here with the marketing side of things.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, you hate to really even talk about anything until you can actually just show people, the celebs or the influencers that they've done a piece of content. So yeah, I got to be super careful about that in this industry, because there's a lot of claims being made that are a lot of them are false, and there's a lot of, mispositioning or misinformation. And I get it, and we definitely have tons of connections, and we'll show the community that just we want to flip the switch when it's actually time to scale the app. Taking us longer than we wanted or that we even expected, because
Right.
Unbeknownst to us, when we had developers multiple times that didn't develop for us. And I think that's the reason why a lot of startups fail, especially in the software space, is because you have developers that will just code
and can't. Yeah,
they'll just code crap for you, and they'll wrap it up in a nice bow and drop it into your code base. But it's just, once you actually know the more intricate ways of watching that or managing that process, now we have code reviews, and we have software that analyzes our code, that gives it a score, and we know, like, in each and every merge of code, how that's coming through and how it's organized. So, but you don't know this unless you've been in the industry for a while, or you've been a developer. And I think that's how a lot of startups get taken advantage of. So we made it through that and got past that and overcame that, and obviously now have an app that is super scalable and super clean and structured with the code conventions, and it gets an A+, and we're super happy to be at this point. So now, but all along the way, all the things that we've said about partnerships and about all the other work that we've done has been legit work and legit partnerships and legitimate things that we've established these relationships. So we'll flip that up. As a matter of fact, I was on the phone this week with Brad and Kel, and they had a couple of celebrities on the line that we were talking to that are coming aboard. And again, I won't drop names yet until they were supposed to send me their, kind of their LOI, letter of intent, to kind of lock everything in. So we just continue to do that week in and week out, every week, where I'm on the phone or we're talking to different people that, and I can tell you, one of these gentlemen just starred in a movie that is in theaters now. So it's kind of, these are like mainstream people that are exciting to be able to have conversations with and to collaborate with. So I feel honored to be able to do that. And
a lot of these people too, like they realize what's going on with social media. They realize that Twitter and Facebook have gotten too big. They are censoring people. I mean, these big companies, they don't realize that when they censor people, they could be censoring somebody with a huge connection or a huge reach. They have no idea who they're censoring. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's easy to reach out and connect to people with social media. It's the easiest thing in the world to market. Like, like just
Well,
to be able to
especially
reach
like
out.
all the features that we have, the monetization points, and the way that we've been doing it, and we have some new things coming. Like, I won't get into too many specifics, but like with NFTs, we have an NFT engine that we're releasing that I think is going to blow people's mind, and it hasn't been done before in this way. And so we're all about thinking different, doing things in a way, and again, I don't want to release it until we actually open that to the world and actually show you guys when you can use it. That way we don't have another project that just copies exactly what we do and will try to beat us to the punch with it. So we got to be careful about how we release information. But NFT implementations, we have other kind of DeFi implementations that are really mind-blowing. And so there's things on our roadmap that we're excited about that we can't wait to release and just get into the fun part of this. So now that we're at this point, we've just have like another, next month of sprints, and you'll see a whole ton of features. We're going to open up the beta. You guys will be able to come in. It's going to be really exciting to just open it up for people to use. And then, obviously then we'll start to release those names. And
I was going to say, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong or not, but I mean, we're going to start just pushing the open beta because, it's ready to be pushed. It's to that point. It's not where we're going to, bring in the mega influencers and the celebs and all of that, but we're going to start pushing with like micro influencers and smaller people with smaller audiences.
Yeah, exactly. We'll definitely start opening the doors and opening the floodgates slowly. So it won't, let in too big of a flood at one time. But with the micro influencers and the folks that we have that are already signed up, grab their tracking link or their sharing link, and we have that people coming in every day, filling out those forms. So we'll just continue to scale that up, and then. But I think you're right, AC. A lot of people know what's going on. A lot of these celebrities and these influencers, and they like what SoMe's doing because we really have a heart to put people in control of their private information, of their monetization. Not to just turn an AI loose and censor them for no good reason. Yes, we have terms of service, and yes, we have to abide by.
Well, it's not even just censorship. It's also the algorithms. Like the way they wrote these algorithms is literally so you connect with like-minded people, right? But then at the same
shadow
time,
banning and
yeah, right. Well, what it does,
tricky algorithms, right?
yeah, right. Well, what it does is it literally creates echo chambers, and people can't get the other side of the story, or potentially information that might change their mind about a topic. It's like well blown out of proportion to the point where these algorithms are now running the actual social media sites, and they can't fix it because the algorithms have been there for years. They can tweak it a little bit here and there, but besides that, they're stuck.
Yeah.
They would have to rewrite the whole algorithm and then plug it into the site. And I mean, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. It's too much money. It's too much to do it. So I mean,
I agree.
that's why you see like Twitter adding like features from. I don't know if you saw this or not, Chris, but I saw it and I thought it was funny. Twitter added features from Clubhouse. Now you can plug into just jump into a conversation, like a voice conversation on Twitter. But
yeah,
it's so much there going on, it doesn't make sense. So
Well, exactly. Yeah. The thing is that, Clubhouse, the way that they implemented it was just that feature, and they did it very well. And the whole flow, it got a lot of attention and got people in and using it. So, even if you add that in to a different application, it doesn't make it so that people are really going to focus on it, because there's, like you said, there's so much other things going on. But I did think about that even before Clubhouse came out, because PUBG is an app that I've used, that I like to just look at different apps, gaming, and different things that are out there. And I know that Jamie Gold did a campaign with Megan Fox, and then PUBG was a sponsor, so that's when I had looked into it. And they had audio, and I thought it was cool because you kind of go into the game, and then they put you on this plane. You're all together, and you can talk to each other, and then they drop you into a different zone where you play the game, and you're battling against other teams. And I thought, how cool is that to have the audio? It's not that hard to put a SIP, session initiated protocol line into an application and have those audio features. So it could be something that we eventually do for SoMee if people want it. It's not that hard to implement. But I agree with AC.
Well, we could do it with group chats. I mean, that makes more sense to put it into the actual chat part of the app. That's what I'm saying. Like the way Twitter implemented it, it's not. They should have implemented it into their DMs. They didn't. But
right. Yeah,
that's the way they should have done it. See, I don't understand like what they're doing over there. But anyway, let's move on.
Okay. Yeah, enough about Twitter.
Well, I mean, I could go on a full rant about it for a long time. I mean, I got
Mitchell McGuire said voice chats and rooms and groups chats would be awesome. Group pages. Yeah, exactly. So, we'll do it in a way that people want, that they, if it's in groups or DMs or whatever. So, we'll thoughtfully roll that out, and you guys can check it out. I can't wait for the NFT integration. I haven't even told anybody about this idea. I haven't talked about it audibly or written about it anywhere, simply because I don't want to release it yet.
You don't trust me. You don't trust me. Yeah. You don't trust me.
No, I trust you. I just don't. There's all these devices, and you just don't know anymore, who's listening to your conversation on a phone or a smart device. I mean, your refrigerator could be listening to you. I don't know. No, I mean, I don't want to be like really paranoid about it, but I don't want to
No, you're right. The CIA director literally said we're going to spy on you through your appliances. I remember that.
I just don't want this idea getting snatched up before we get the chance to release it on our platform for our users. So, but when you guys see this NFT implementation, it's going to blow your mind. And we're having our law firm do a patent. So they're going to patent a certain part of the process for us. And it's going to be super exciting. So with that said, I think we should maybe, what do you think? Should we do the announcement of the partnership?
Yeah. And kind of explain how, things are going to work.
Let me cue up the video. Let me share the screen. And
drum roll, please.
Drum roll. Without further ado, here is. So let me hit the play. Let me hit the sound. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Skrill. There we go, you guys. So we locked in a partnership with Skrill, and we are very excited to announce that finally. It's been in the works for quite some time, and basically Skrill will provide a on-ramp and off-ramp for fiat Yeah, Skrill, exactly. People are going crazy over that. They have they were bought by PaySafe. I don't know if you guys know that, but PaySafe is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and basically bought Skrill for, I don't know how many billions it was. I can't remember.
Yeah,
It was like
large
20 billion
amount of
or
money.
something. It was a massive deal, and they're like the number two payment provider in Europe, I believe. So it's, yeah, super exciting to have this partnership with Skrill, and I think they actually announced some great news last week as well, with, I think, Coinbase, was it, AC?
Yeah. They announced a
You did a
partnership
big deal with
with Coinbase.
Coinbase that might give us, I don't know if we'll, if might give us some access to some other things. So we'll see how that rolls out. But once the integration is done, we'll go into how it all will work together. Basically, it's on ramp, off ramp. You guys will be able to buy packages, but also to offload your points directly to the fiat of your choice. So what that really does is it removes a lot of the friction that took place. So basically, you can just offload into your fiat of choice. Skrill also is going to be sharing about SoMee to their user base. I saw that they have 70 million wallet holders. So these are all, they have their own in-wallet exchange. And so it's exciting because these are already crypto people that are all about, crypto, and there's 70 million users in their system. So they're going to, grab one of the links that they generate, just like the other influencers, but as a partner, they'll send out an email and they'll share it out to their people. And, I think it'll be a great partnership. So, yeah, that's all confirmed, all locked in, and we're glad. I hope it was okay that we used that clip. I know the media team grabbed that Skrill clip, and it was probably one of their media clips. So we just did this kind of last minute for this AMA, but exciting announcement, guys. There's some exciting things ahead and other announcements that we can't really release yet, but yeah, good stuff. Good things happening.
Yeah, Albie, no, it's not a direct copy of another platform. We've actually held this partnership for about 2 years.
Yeah. There's this has been ongoing for quite some time. So I know what platform you're talking about, and that partnership that we had we had started alluding to it before they had the partnership, and I don't even know how that came about for them, but I'm glad for all of us. I think it's great. I don't think it should be mutually exclusive, so other platforms can partner with them as well. It's a great company, and why not? They're a massive payment provider. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things that have been worked on for the past couple of years that haven't really come out yet. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
a lot of NDA stuff and stuff like that too. I mean, like with like influencers especially. I mean, you gotta understand that, even though the platform was delayed, we've all been working on behind the scenes on getting things set up and things ready. And if it happens this week or next week, whatever, the advertising uh, guy that's coming on board, he's a big name. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
He's
Well,
he's
what that
worked
does
with
is really position us too with an awesome campaign, iconic campaigns for SoMee, but also with
right.
major global brands that we want to scale so many users quickly, but also have the brands right there to capitalize and be able to be anchor brands, so that you folks who want to share data or take part in the ad share system will be able to instantly have another monetization level. So our goal is just to bring as much value to the community as possible. So, yeah, we've been working on things for quite some time and working behind the scenes to bring as many influencers, partnerships, and all around partnerships and brands and just everybody to benefit the ecosystem. And some things we've been working on for a long time we just can't talk about yet, but as these things get locked in, then we release them.
Right. And then, like I said, there's a lot of influencers and people that we've been kind of talking to. Like I know a lot of different people too that I've pitched SoMee to in the beginning, and then waited. I've been waiting because I don't want them to use the old app. I want them to use the new app that's flawless. I don't want. We have a question here.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll jump into some questions too, because I know there's a bunch that have stacked up, and I wanted to jump in. But Stuart Moorhead asks, with scalability, how are you going to support traffic as well as support tickets? If there's millions of users with issues, are you going to employ a lot more people when release? Yeah, so great question. So on the infrastructure side, what we did is we set up a hyperscale network. The servers are actually all automated through code and through the hardware and in the cloud. And it basically allows. I know I lost my camera for some reason. It allows.
Yeah, you're lagging. You're starting to lag right now. I mean, I would just turn the camera off because it might help.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why it shut my camera off. I upgraded my network just to have a faster connection, and it made it shittier, to tell you the truth. It was a bad. I don't know why it didn't give me more juice here, but yeah, it basically on AWS, the hyperscale, it just automatically recognizes per region. So if you have traffic coming from different parts of the world, it'll automatically scale up servers to support that traffic. So that's great. And then as far as the support goes, yeah, we've set the foundation for automation. So everything's connected to our CRM and to our desk. So as people come in and register, it creates a record so that we can actually, if they open a ticket, we have tracking and we can support them. It's just that right now, with our small team, we don't have the support level that could support that scale, but the foundation is set for scalability. So as we add more people in to actually start working it 100% of the time, yeah, that will scale with the user base. So we're about there. We're about ready to start bringing on some bodies to actually prepare for that, so that by the time we actually open the floodgates, we have people who already know that what they're doing and can actually adequately work the tickets and
it's also important to state that the old platform didn't have an admin panel. So, when you were sending questions, there was one person answering the questions, or maybe two people answering the questions, and then the devs had to go in and actually like credit accounts and stuff like that if the points didn't swap. And that's another thing too with the Skrill partnership. You don't have to worry about the Oracle anymore. You can just swap your points out directly to whatever currency you want to do, all within the app, all within the on the site. I mean, so it
removes a ton of friction. It removes a ton of friction. It's going to be really, really easy. And for mainstream, what do they call them? Normies. For the normies, it'll make it easy for them to come in and just, do social media, post, earn rewards, cash out. And for people who like crypto, there's still going to be opportunities to interact and use crypto in new and different ways. But we removed the friction with the Skrill, and that does lead me to the next question. Madam A asks, how is SoMee?
Real quick, Chris, yeah. If you guys have questions, ask in the questions part of the site on the left side. Don't ask in chat, because the questions is going to tell us what questions we've gone through, how many we have left, and all of that. So if you guys are using the chat, we can't really see the questions.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could manually do
Not
it,
even on the chat section right now. I'm just projecting the questions, so I can't even
right.
see what's coming in the chat. So yeah. Please go to the official questions tab and just ask
Yep.
your question. I saw a bunch more come in, so they probably
Yeah.
did that. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for that, AC. Yeah, the debit card is coming along. We Skrill has the option for us to issue a debit card for the users. So as you load those onto your debit card, you can just spend out in the real world. So we're excited about that. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get that rolling once we have the integration in. So we don't really have a timeline on it yet. And when I talked to them about it, they indicated that they have a new feature coming that we will be able to put our branding on the card. So it's called white label. So basically, we'll be able to offer users a card that's branded with SoMee, and that's exciting. So, but I just don't think that's released quite yet. So we're just gonna see when that's available. If we can get the card,
it kind of seemed like that was connected to the Coinbase partnership that they just announced, actually.
yeah, it might be. So we'll see what happens. Okay, next. Are you guys going to add NFT and DeFi before the final launch or after? For us, the NFTs, are a super high priority, and obviously DeFi is as well. But we got to kind of pick and choose what might bring the most value to the community and to the platform. The NFT implementation, if we can get that locked in and launched. I'm very excited about the implementation we have that could be a real game changer. Could make this app overnight be like, it's just a game changer for us. So I'm hoping that we can actually get that locked in as soon as possible. So that's really, I think we could probably get that ready in a 1 month sprint if we put a team on it. So I'm just wanting to get all of our kind of financing and our round closed. And as soon as we have that locked in, then we're going to make that a high priority for NFTs. So that might happen most likely it'll be at least a month after the official launch for NFTs. And then we'll work on the DeFi implementation that we have. So either or.
And the DeFi is a game changer too. That's all I'll say about it.
But, both of those implementations are haven't been seen before in the market at all, and they could make this really really exciting overnight. So, got any plans to Caesar Silva? Have you got any plans to list ONG on a major exchange such as Binance, Coinbase? It's interesting because Jamie Gold has worked with the Binance charity side of things, and then we were also talking to a VC this last week who was one of the major investors in Binance. And so obviously for us, that's like smart money. These are investors that could, fund our round, but also have these relationships that are already established that could help us accelerate those initiatives. So that's definitely something we want to explore, which gives people more opportunity to to access and obviously opens up new user bases for us. So we'll see. Coinbase, we know that it would be awesome to be listed. We have to be, I think, really have to be a larger market cap we are to be considered for Coinbase. So our plan is to basically scale up our market cap much larger, and then hopefully get considered for that. SoMee facts. Heard the tokenomics study takes around 2 to 4 months. So when did the study start? So we know how far along are we? We actually we have been in the study, but it's the issue for us is that we've kind of looked into some different ecosystems, and there's some dependencies that we're waiting on as we work through the process. So it's not kind of as cut and dry as a 2 to 4 month implementation for us. We obviously want to hurry it along as fast as possible so we can just get it out there. But also, we don't want to, we don't want to put a for sure timeline on the whole thing. Know exactly what these dependencies, how they work out. So I know that's not the best answer for you. I have to kind of be careful how we release information, but as soon as we can, we're going to have that done. We have this great company that we're working with that is helping us with the overall. It's not just the tokenomics, but they're overall gamification. So they look at everything, every aspect of of the how you gamify literally every single thing on a site. And it's super exciting to be working with these guys, but we haven't locked in that agreement yet with them, simply because they're not cheap. These are very big partnerships, but also you got to spend a pretty penny to hire these folks. And we really wanted to wait until we had our funding round closed to commit to it, and so that's what we were waiting on there. So, and that's one of the dependencies. Obviously, we want to have them, help us with it. But in the meantime, we're doing our own work with folks that are super genius level. But we just don't want to miss anything, right? We have all these kind of different variables coming in. So,
right, the tokenomics study is not just this company. There's other mathematicians that are involved in helping work on this tokenomics and kind of make sure everything's ducks in order and all of that. So that's why things are taking a while, guys. It's because
yeah,
there's so much going on here. It's like we're gonna
yeah,
have NFTs, we're gonna have DeFi, we're gonna have the normal point system that we had prior.
yeah.
There's some other features.
We want to make sure all of these things are covered. So there's, with all the dependencies, we really kind of have to. It's, we have to kind of get all the pieces locked into place, and then take a look at how that whole ecosystem is going to run, instead of trying to just piecemeal it together. So it's the same thing for this question with Caesar. That just answered that one. Would it be against any regulations SoMee partners to send SoMee points to other users on SoMee, or buy power packages to other users with your SoMee points? It's a good question for Nikolai.
Well, I just want to say you can send SoMee points to somebody by upvoting them.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you have a ton of G Fuel, you can send SoMee points to them by upvoting them. So I mean,
yeah, it actually, the interesting thing about that is that it generates the points at the post level, and it doesn't really actually take out of your balance, right? So that's kind of the best case scenario, because of the way that it's been implemented before with that algorithm. Of course, we were using Steam, but that's kind of how it works. It's where, since you're powered up, you can actually upvote others. And, basically, in essence, you're giving them points that they're going to be able to have after a week inside of their wallet. But you didn't have to spend any of those points. It's because it was manufactured because of the algorithm and the weight of your G Fuel. And you also, by the way, got a rebate. So the algorithm looks at you and says, okay, Nikolai was powered up more than these other people. And so it'll take half of that post level earnings and rebate you back points as well. And you might end up earning from your upvote. And that's the beautiful thing about that algorithm. It's not like a tipping system, or something where you're having to take out of just to go tip somebody, or pay for a membership, like a paywall. This is like a gamified algorithm in and of itself that people really like, and that's why it benefits so many people that were using it. And I think that's why we, obviously had such a response during the beta phase, that people love this. They love this concept. So we really want to stick with that as much as we can. I'll use my big voting power to vote for you on Cardano Catalyst. How are things moving forward in regards with you working with IOHK? Great question, Caesar. We obviously their process. I spoke to one of their team members yesterday, and I let them know. We had submitted our proposal for Catalyst for Cardano in February, and we were supposed to be voted in, I believe, I thought, by the end of this month. And so when I checked with their recent update, it looked like there was only like one social network that was submitted, and it was by somebody who really has no experience. I think the guy was like a dentist or something, and he was trying to get into building a social network on Cardano, and I didn't see SoMee's proposal in there. So I reached back out to them and said, look, guys, we would love to start this implementation. And that's obviously one of the dependencies, right? We want to have an implementation on an ecosystem that actually can help us scale for the community that's not going to bottleneck like Steam did. And so I said, you guys, here's the link to our proposal, and it wasn't included in this kind of review section. So did I miss something? And so it's kind of they said that they apologize because their process is evolving and maybe things are getting kind of missed. So anyway, we'll see what they say. I appreciate you guys voting for us there, because I think it would be a great partnership. But at the same time, I told them, look, we have, our own backup implementations, because we're on a timeline for our community, and we can't just like hang out and wait for another series of, Catalyst program to try to get the ball rolling. And we want you guys to, to help us accelerate this. So we don't want special treatment, but we also have gone through the process and we want to get this done. And we're bringing a lot of experience, like years of experience. We've built multiple social networks, and we have, a platform that could, that's going to implement NFTs, for example, which is high on their list. And it could be a very successful implementation for them if they could help us get this into the F4. So let's see what they say. And I know F4 closes, I believe, at the end of this month. So if we can get that done, then I told them that we would, immediately put a team on it, and we'll have an integration with Cardano. So let's see what happens with that, and we'll keep you guys posted. Kelly Planzo, can you go into more detail about the once a week TV? Is it ads or what? Yeah, actually, it's more of like interviews. So we'll probably have like, our influencers and celebs and different people talking SoMee that are on there. I might pop into some of them once in a while to just, talk to the team or talk about what our updates are. So I think it's more of like a weekly kind of TV series about the industry, what we're doing, focusing on the features of SoMee, focusing on the people, building more excitement and more visibility. That's obviously a massive audience. I don't know how big. Do you know how big of an audience they have over there on that TV show, Aaron?
Newsmax?
Yeah.
It's up there to the millions and millions and millions of people. It's like, I think it's maybe around 5 to 10 million.
Yeah. So that's a good viewership, and it's so that's what it would be about. It wouldn't just be advertising, really, just more focus on, what's happening in the SoMee world,
It's going to be
what,
a segment each week. Yeah, it'll be a segment.
yeah,
Each week. It depends
they
on.
just want to cover us, and I think the partnership with Vince and his media team is that they are bringing different projects in to talk about. I mean, they're new to the street, so like these are exciting things that that all kinds of people will want to kind of get the scoop on. So, it's exciting because everybody's interested in crypto. They're interested in DeFi, NFTs. So it's kind of this cutting edge stuff that's happening. Thanks, Kelly, for your question. Alistair.
I just want to address something because people are in the chat right now saying that we had not discussed NFTs prior. I discussed NFTs probably about 2 to 3 years ago, and I told Chris I wanted the idea to implant digital items into people's profiles. So before it was even known to be called NFTs, we discussed that because me and Chris also worked on a project, Seek VR, and they had digital items inside of Seek in the white paper. So I don't know what all this is going on in the main SoMee chat. I don't know if this is like Hyper's trolls coming in again, but I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, come on, guys.
Well, honestly, no, we've been talking about this for a long time. As a matter of fact, I wrote the Seek white paper. I mean, I wrote the almost the entire thing when it was getting ready to be launched, and those were my ideas for the digital item. And that was back when Engine actually was at the forefront of that, and Engine was the project that I was really interested in at the time that really was at the forefront, and they created the ERC 1155 protocol, and that protocol was basically a monolithic smart contract that that was driving digital items and NFTs, and it reduced gas fees, and I loved the idea of it, and that's why I put it in the white paper. So this is nothing new to us. We've been studying and had plans to do this for some time. It's just that we're not, again, we don't announce everything right when we have the idea. We're trying to launch an application, and we got slowed down by some shitty developers that were idiots and that didn't deliver for us. They were unethical, and that happened, and we got through it. The fact is, if we would have had people that delivered for us early on, that did what they said that they could, we would have had this to market already, and we would have had NFT implementation already.
Yep.
And everything else.
All been done.
We've had these ideas for years. For since 2017, we've had these ideas. So, matter of fact, the original idea that I had for SoMee, which was originally ONG Social, was back in 2013, and the market wasn't really ready for it yet. So we've been building for quite a few years. Alistair is asking a question.
And again, we discussed having NFTs in January of this year, and I think probably December. Did we do it in December too, Chris? I don't remember. But point being is we've discussed having NFTs in DeFi, and then another project goes and copies us, and you guys come in this chat and say we're copying them. It's just ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah,
we're gonna crush them.
I'm not reading the chat right now, but it's I wouldn't get your feathers ruffled, AC. It's fine. We're not. We've been in this space for a while, and everybody's doing NFTs anyway. So it's like, NFTs are hot. I mean, the biggest NFT just sold for $67 million, and I think to not be looking at this would be ridiculous, right? I mean, you guys expect us to stay up on these things, and but I can tell you that we have an NFT implementation that will blow your minds, and when we implement it, you guys are going to, I believe you'll love it, and it's going to be, it could make this a mega app overnight, and that's why I haven't shared the specific design or anything at all about what we're going to do with anybody, because I don't want us to be copied. So The tokenomics modeling with the Japanese company, we just mentioned that, and we're just, it's very expensive to hire that company, so we are integrating them in. Philip wanted to get started right away. I did too, but we are watching our spending very carefully. So we're basically have all these things slotted in and ready to go. And I was honest with them that we would move forward as soon as we closed our funding round. So whether that happens through our Reg D offering, because we have a Regulation D offering, and we've had a couple of small investors come in to that, but we're also preparing for a Regulation CF offering. So if the Reg D offering doesn't close immediately, then the CF is just waiting for our GAAP audit and our 409A, and then it will go live on republic.co, which has been greenlit. So, you guys can actually own shares of our actual company stock on republic.co. And, we're excited to be featured on there. They just actually partnered with third season of Meet the Drapers, and it's basically like Shark Tank only for the Draper family. So that's exciting for what Republic's doing, and it's democratizing investment. So you can invest in little as a couple $100 into a company and own actual shares of their company stock. So we obviously didn't want to wait until we got to the Reg CF to, but they have 800,000 investors that invest, and I know that 95% of the companies that list on there get fully funded. The laws just changed for Reg CF. It used to be that you could raise up to 1.07 million on a crowdfunding through the Jobs Act, but I think it was last week or the previous week that changed to 5 million. So we can actually close our whole round on there, and we've been working through the audit. The audit just takes time. Everything, obviously takes time, and it's but these are good processes to go through, and it helps you refine your company and document everything, and make sure that you're following generally accepted accounting principles and all kinds of good things. Which we have a bookkeeper and a CPA that we've been with since inception. So everything's ready to go. So we will implement that partnership and get that rolling as soon as possible. So we are definitely we have our Reg D offering open. I met with investors last week. I met with several investors that are looking at this thing. The funny thing was, one of the questions I was asked by an investor was, why hasn't like Sequoia or like one of these major VCs already funded this thing? And and he's kind of skeptical, right? Like, if this is such a good opportunity, why don't these VCs come in and get it? And my answer is that we haven't approached those VCs. You know why? Because they're greedy pigs. I'm sorry to say that, but if you want to get investors from those guys, they're going to come in and take 98% of your company, and they're going to leave you with 2%. And I said, the last thing I want to do is be like one of these founders that ends up with 1% and 2% of their company and no control. I actually want to execute on the vision. And it's like, I haven't bootstrapped my way here all these years to get to this point just to sell out now. So that's why we've taken the road less traveled, folks. I mean, to get to this point and to overcome, failure and different, challenges along the way without just selling out your entire company and giving up control, because we actually want to deliver features for users that put them in control of their private information and allow them to have monetization and freedom of speech. And we have all kinds of plans that we want to deliver. But if I lost control, so if I sold more than 50% of the company, realistically what could happen is you could have an investor that said, well, we have controlling interest now, and we want you to sell private data, and we've made the decision, we voted with the board, and you're going to go ahead and package it up and sell it. We think that's the best interest of the company. And those aren't the things that we want to do. We don't want to just sell out. We've taken the hard road to get here. We've overcome a lot of challenges, and now we just need the right investors to come in who see the vision and who actually see that this is real and that it's a great opportunity, to scale. I mean, when you look at apps like Clubhouse, that they scaled like at 2 million users. They did a financing round and they got valued at $1 billion. And I don't believe they had any revenue, right? We actually showed revenue last year through our beta with 35,000 users that gave us a nice ARPU. And these were exciting numbers to see that, actually I think are quite promising from that standpoint. So, imagine once we scale a couple million users or 10 million users or, 5 or 10, once we actually hit our scale, I think it's going to be really exciting to see that. And I think that the value can then be justified because you have the revenue behind it. So we'll get there. We will definitely get there. And we're talking to, investors before, while we're going through the gap audit and the 409A and all the other little things that you do to get ready for things like this. There's the Reg D that we've opened up a couple weeks ago. Like I said, we had a couple small investors, but we have some interested parties. So we just want to close this so that will accelerate the progress that we can bring, including this Japanese company that's going to do this awesome gamification. They're going to gamify everything on the site, and they're one of the best out there in the market.
Best in the world. Yeah.
Best in the world. Are you guys on track for open beta in April? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're going to open it up.
Probably within the next week, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not this week, but the week after.
Yeah, we just want to open it up for you guys to go in, and it's exciting. So we're on track fully. Where did you guys land on the points to crypto conversion? Basically, points to crypto conversion. The Skrill integration. Skrill had a requirement that there's no exchange of points to crypto in the actual wallet or the platform. There's regulatory things from their compliance team that they're looking at. So we can't release all of the information of how, of exactly what we're doing yet. But, obviously like companies like Hyper that also did a deal with Skrill, they have their hype points. They had the same type of thing that they did. And then there was a couple like different little workarounds. So, we're analyzing that as well, and just looking at different options for the community, because we obviously want to give you guys, a lot of features, but we also still want to keep the utility of the token in ways that are going to be exciting and fresh. And so we'll release more information as we get closer. You guys will be excited. Don't worry. Any announcements in the new token or old token? No, we kind of pushed that on our roadmap. We were supposed to release the new token. Again, everybody wants to know about this part of it, but we have to kind of remain in stealth mode until we're ready to actually give you guys the solution. But you'll be happy. Don't worry. Any update on tokenomics? No, this was actually question was already asked. Why does it cost so much to become verified? Early on, we set a price for verification that was $99. And generally people would just, come in and get started, and they were earning so much because on SoMee, I don't know if you noticed, but people earned more faster than any other platform out there. So it wasn't a big deal. Once they had like $600 in their account, they would just pay the verification, and then they'd start cashing out and immediately recoup their their purchase. But we originally set the price higher than what we normally would have, because we had a lot of fraudsters on the network that were doing like 5 and 10 accounts, cashing out as quickly as possible. And if we would have just put a small amount in there, they probably would have just paid it and still done what they were doing or gamed the system. So for now, we set the price there. Like we said before, we're going to give options to pay with points, or add other layers. It's just down on the list right now. It's not like we're trying to get the actual new platform ready for you all and get everything ready so that you can get in there and have some fun. So we got 5 more minutes left, so let's hook it up. Let's see, what will SoMee points impact to? Will Skrill be adding SoMee to their exchange? We'll release more information about the whole system and how that will happen with Skrill in the future. Can't release too much information yet until the integration's done. Same question. Skrill is very much involved in crypto, so are they insisting that they are not in favor of conversion of SoMee points to crypto? No, they're insisting that they want to just allow people to cash out points directly to fiat. So it's basically you guys will earn the points and cash them straight out to your fiat of choice, whether that's US dollar or euro or whatever. So I mean, it does remove friction, and then probably you'll have the option to buy crypto within their wallet, right? So like, I think where this might be headed in the future is like an integration feature of their exchange inside of our wallet. I don't know, but if we can do that, that would kind of make it super easy. Opted for 2x, they will receive G Fuel points. Can it be used for ad share staking or voting power upvoting? So the ad share staking is a different mechanism, and when you guys see what we release with the G-Bucks, that's why you've been building up the G-Bucks. You'll be able to interact with the ad share system with that. So again, that's something that and probably going to change the name of G-Bucks to, I think AC called them ad bucks. I think that makes sense. But you'll obviously, they're already, when you get the 2x, that's your voting power is going to increase, right? You'll be able to power that up into voting power. You'll have double the voting power. Yeah. There's confirmed date to release of the final version to all the public beta update with new features. We have it on our roadmap as of May. That is the official release target date. So we haven't made an official announcement as far as like, is that May 1st? I'm personally more to the effect that it'll be like mid-May or late May, because of the way that the developers have been doing their sprints. They've been delivering towards the end of each month the new features. So I've told them that I want them to accelerate so that we can actually do a mid-month release. So I'm waiting to find out if actually they can hit that timeline. So I'm hoping to plan for mid-May. When will Skrill make some kind of announcement? I'm going to talk to them this week and see if we can actually do the coordinated announcements and have them announce on their channels as well. It's just everybody's been running in so many different directions. So it's probably our fault from a standpoint of just, not coordinating the marketing and communications with them yet. But I knew that I could make the announcement because the deal was locked. And so we wanted to tell you folks about it, but hopefully that'll happen in the next week. Okay, we got 1 minute. Why are you creating carbon copy features from another platform? We're not really. I mean, we're just creating our own features that are, I mean, if you're talking about NFTs, I mean, who isn't launching NFTs right now? Take your pick, which platform? And did the platform that you're talking about, did they
this is the troll. No, this is the troll guy.
Did they originate the NFTs? Are they the creator of the NFT, or did they copy an NFT implementation? I mean, I don't know if you're trolling or what.
He's trolling. Yeah, he's
will
trolling.
Will everyone be on the new platform by being of April? Yes, April, we're going to open it up. Everybody can go in and check it out. So let's see. We've answered a ton of questions. Should we do one more? When can we expect the financing rounds to be concluded? So financing rounds should be concluded very soon. I've been told that we'll have a full offer for our Reg D round within 2 weeks. So, that's exciting. If we can just get it closed out. But we did want to save a certain percentage. I don't want to drop below 50% ownership, but I want to also slice off a certain percentage that will go live on Republic, because for us, Republic is a great platform. They have they put you in front of 800,000 people, and we expect our round to actually sell out super fast on that platform. And also what happens is a lot of those investors, it's like a marketing growth hack, right? They end up joining your platform. So we definitely want to continue on with that. So we'll close out the Reg D as soon as possible. And I can tell you that all the investors that we've been talking to are, really interested. And it seems like we're getting really close to getting a deal closed out. So exciting times, guys. Want to thank everybody. Sorry we couldn't get to all the questions, but that was a great last one to wrap it up. Thank you, Kevin. And, we really appreciate the community. We appreciate everybody who's behind us, who's been with us. All of you who attended today. How many did we have in here? We had 52 participants today that were with us. Philip, wherever you are, we wish you the best. We hope that you're well. I know you had something unexpected, so we missed Philip today. But this concludes our March AMA, and we'll get everything ready for the next one, which will be super exciting. You guys will see a lot of new features coming in at that time into the platform, the mobile apps, and of course, we will be opening up the beta.somee.social application so that everyone on the wait list who's been sharing about it will be able to just get in, and everyone will start using that new application. So exciting times ahead, everybody. I want to thank everyone for being here today. And we will get this ready to, this was recorded, so we'll be updating this on our channel, and so those of you who missed it can watch it at a later time. So thanks, everybody. AC, thanks for being here today as well.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, good times ahead.
Yep.
All right, take care, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.